Welcome, everybody, to the Sunshine State's only true sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics that are important in the state of Florida. We are Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. I'm Bianchi, Mike Bianchi, the sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. That man right over there is Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports talk radio. The prodigy of production, primetime Jaden Grimes, he's right over there making us sound good on the other side of the glass. We want to hear from you throughout the course of the show. We're interactive. We are the people's show. So you can text us on the Mills Air text line. That's 50857. You can also hit us up on the talkback line on the iHeartRadio app. And you can watch us on YouTube. What's that address again, Kravitz?
It's youtube.com/@969 the game. Or the easiest way to find us is just by going into the search bar on YouTube and typing in 969 the game with no spaces. Okay, we leave no spaces in between our name. 969 the game in the search bar. We will pop right up. And that is also a place where you can interact with us, and we'll throw your comments up on the screen.
Absolutely. We have a couple of interactive segments throughout the show. We also have a pair of Orlando City tickets we're giving away. I don't know how we're giving those away today, but.
Well, today's prize is actually UCF, North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina, A&T.
A&T, baby. We'll have North Carolina tickets also, but this week it's about A&T.
A&T. North Carolina Barber College coming to town to play UCF.
And so we're giving those away the way that we've been giving away prizes on Wednesday since we started this show way back 2 weeks ago.
It's confessional day.
It is Game On Confessional Day. We want to know your deepest, darkest secrets. And if you lay it in and make it nice and embarrassing or self-indulgent, give us a guilty pleasure of yours, whatever it is. It doesn't need to be serious. You don't need to send yourself to prison. But we'll give you UCF, North Carolina A&T tickets real quick before you hit the headlights. The
headlights or the headlines, yeah.
Right. Highlights and headlines. If you can tell me North Carolina A&T's mascot, their team name, I'll give you all the money in my wallet.
Me?
Yep.
Of course I know. Don't insult me. Everybody knows the North Carolina A&T Tigers.
All right, hit the music.
It's time for highlights and headlines.
It's the Aggies.
Okay. All right, NFL kickoff 1 day away with a marquee game that features the Dallas Cowboys against the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. And yes, it's always exciting when the NFL season begins. But if you ask me, Kravitz, the slate of games in the state isn't that intriguing. You have my Jags facing the Panthers, the Dolphins facing the Colts. I guess the Bucs facing the Falcons is a good game. But I was looking at the slate of games today, all right? And the best storyline is Jets versus Steelers, where Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers will be facing his former team, the Jets. And Jets quarterback Justin Fields will be facing his former team, the Steelers. In fact, here's Jets coach Aaron Glenn talking about facing Aaron Rodgers, or not talking about it.
That's been gone. So I'm not going to answer questions about guys that's not here and what I saw. Right now, I'm looking at what our guys can do. So, just like I said, I'm not going to sit there and answer questions on what I saw back then that's not relevant to right now.
Kravitz.
Wow.
He's a little touchy, isn't he?
Well, you think he's been asked about Aaron Rodgers a few times since he took the job?
They are playing him this week. I mean, it's a natural question that you should be prepared to answer.
I'm more concerned with you thinking this is the most intriguing game of the weekend. This wouldn't enter my top 5.
No. Hey,
absolutely. So you tell me, Mike Bianchi has one opportunity to watch one NFL game, and you say, screw you, Bills, Ravens. I'm watching the Jets.
Well, besides the marquee
besides the good games,
besides the one or two good games Sunday night. What's the What's the Monday night game? Is it
Vikings Bears? Yeah, that's better.
I'd rather have this one.
Lions Packers.
Packers is better. Yeah.
Chiefs Chargers better. Cowboys Eagles better.
Cowboys Eagles is better, no question. But Justin Fields is on my fantasy team. I think he's going to be a stud this year. So watch out.
Yeah, you're excited about him going up against TJ Watt in that Steelers defense?
I didn't say he's my number one quarterback.
I would
fantasy.
keep him on the bench this week.
Kyler Murray's my number one. He'll be starting for me this week.
That's a good idea.
After feasting on Long Island A&T in the season, Long Island University in the season opener, Billy Napier's Gators will face a September gauntlet starting this Saturday. It's USF Saturday. Then it's number 3 LSU. Then it's number 5 Miami. Then it's number 7 Texas. Then it's number 19 Texas A&M. Kravitz, I'm telling you right now, Gator fans would be happy with a 3-2 record in those 5 games.
I don't think you're off on that.
No?
I think they expect to beat
USF.
3-2, you're saying is the record. I think they'd be happy with 2-3.
Really? Well, they're going to beat USF.
Okay, right. So there's one.
And you hope they
beat Texas A&M.
That's 2.
And if they lose at LSU looks damn good. Winning at LSU, very excusable. Miami all of a sudden looks like a very tough game.
That game's at Miami.
Okay, so losing that one is acceptable. And then now you're dealing with a very agitated and desperate Texas team.
So you're saying 2-3 would they'd be satisfied with? I
think one of those two has to be convincing, maybe both of them. But I think you can get by with 2-3. It does create there won't be as much as excitement. What I will say confidently though is 3-2. You're saying 3-2, they'd be happy with it. 3-2, Gator fans would be elated. I think ticket prices for the rest of the season would go up if they go 3-2 in the next 5.
All right, you're Mr. NBA. The LA Clippers and team owner Steve Ballmer reportedly have been accused of circumventing the NBA salary cap by paying $28 million to Kawhi Leonard for a no-show job. Pablo Torre, the podcaster and former ESPN contributor, reported Wednesday that the Clippers paid Leonard through a now bankrupt company owned by Ballmer. In his latest episode of Pablo Torre Finds Out, the podcast, Torre cited a trove of internal documents from the company Aspiration, which Ballmer partially funded with $50 million in investments. Kravitz, this sounds like a pretty big deal.
It's huge, and this is something that the NBA needs to get in front of, not so much because of this situation, but you don't want this becoming any sort of a norm, and I'd be fearful that it already is one that we don't know about. I want to ask Mike Giannetti about that from SpotTrack.com. He joins us in the 4 o'clock hour. He'll know a lot more about this than we do. But in this particular situation, if Steve Ballmer wants to light his money on fire, it is his right to do so. This has not been
when you circumvent the salary.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying I'm less outraged by it because it's not like it's gotten them anything. If the Celtics were doing this for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I'd be a lot more upset if they're raising banners based on circumventing the cap. All the Clippers are doing is creating an even more expensive roster that does nothing every single year. Steve Ballmer would be better off flushing his money down the toilet and seeing what's at the back end of the drain than doing this.
I think the DeVos family needs to make Paolo a Diamond Distributor Amway salesperson.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I don't hate that idea.
Those are your highlights and headlines.
Coming up next, Tyreek Hill was one of the players that was left off of the captain's list.
He was fired.
He was fired as a captain for the Miami Dolphins. No more. Is he the captain of the ship in South Beach? We'll talk about what that means for the Miami Dolphins coming up right after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
So you guys have heard me talk about Hammer and Nails grooming for guys for a couple of weeks now. Now's your chance to see what a full member experience looks like on me. Join me on Monday, September 15th at Hammer and Nails in Windermere for an exclusive Game On party. Best way to contact me is just by emailing me, Kravitz@969thegame.com. I think many of you have figured out by now how to reach me on social media as well. Send me a direct message. Either way, I'll get you signed up. If you're interested, I'm going to enter you into the invite list for Hammer and Nails on September 15th. And on that night, we've got Bucks on Monday Night Football that day. You're going to be treated like a member. You have your choice of a drink at the bar, a haircut service, a mani-pedi designed for guys. It's going to be so much fun. And it is all on me. That's Monday, September 15th at Hammer and Nails in Windermere. Just contact me for details.
When we guys hear the word hormones, we think that's a her problem. Mood swings, menopause, hot flashes, that's her lane, right? Wrong. The truth is, guys, your hormones crash too. You just don't talk about it. You feel tired all the time. You've got brain fog. You're not interested in sex, or maybe your body isn't cooperating. Sound familiar? That's why I'm talking to you about Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. They treat men and women. They treat couples who want to feel like themselves again. Dr. John Carrazella left his successful practice as a Yale-trained orthopedic surgeon to dedicate his career to what really matters, keeping people at their peak performance for life. Why? Because too many people, both men and women, are suffering and not getting any answers from traditional medicine. Fellas, it's time to step up. Help her get her spark back and get yours back too. Go to hormonesandwellness.com. That's where all the information is. Hormonesandwellness.com, because this isn't about getting old. It's about getting right.
There's a crash getting cleared up, blocking the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to Colonial Drive. 2 right lanes are blocked on I-4 eastbound at Universal Boulevard. Keep an eye out for an accident on Goldenrod Road southbound before Bates Road. There's a crash on John Young Parkway near the Greenway, causing a bit of commotion. Travel with caution. The roadways are getting busy this afternoon. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is celebrating 10 years with $10 off your $50 store purchase. Starting Friday, visit the Backstage floor inside your Macy's and get $10 off amazing new finds. Exclusions apply. See store for details. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Get your laundry Vegas ready with Arm & Hammer Power Sheets. Just toss in a detergent sheet. No drips, no plastic jugs, no mess. Arm & Hammer is a proud sponsor of the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Clean up before you turn up. Shop Arm & Hammer Power Sheets now.
If you want no windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word WOW right now to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Yingling Traditional Lager. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching from your favorite bar, Yingling is the taste of tradition. Yingling. Legends stand the test of time.
The jewelry store with the most likes, the most positive reviews, the most raving fans is International Diamond Center.
IDC is definitely a place that I will come to as long as I live here. This will be my go-to place always.
Literally the best jewelry store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here.
I felt like family from the beginning, and it made a rather daunting task very, very easy.
They really take the time to find out what you want or what you desire in a ring.
You have to come here. There's no other option. The customer service, the time spent to do what I wanted and what her vision was, there's no other place to go.
You know you can go there, and you know that you can trust.
The value was extraordinary.
They genuinely care about their customers. It's not just about the sale. It's about the people.
International Diamond Center, the people's choice for selection, quality, value, and service.
I've got a beautiful diamond on my finger, and I'm very proud of it.
International Diamond Center.
I'm very happy to show it off.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium, and online at shopidc.com.
Out here, pets are family, and where you go, they go. So bring them to Tractor Supply, where our price match guarantee means you'll save on toys, treats, pet meds, and more all summer long. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
IKEA is celebrating 40 years of making home dreams possible in the U.S. Visit us in-store September 3rd until the 23rd for limited time offers and experiences, like our Ortianta streetwear collection, our new Tilvercott furniture, daily chances to win gift cards, and more. Come celebrate 40 years of meatball-filled shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd through September 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and ikea.us.com for details. Restrictions apply.
When you're injured in a car accident and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car, it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah and Farah at 800-500-5555. Orlando.
School's back in session, and if your kids still need something for back to school, then you should get to Macy's now. Come in and find everything on your list, like active from Nike and Jordan, denim from Levi's and Good American, plus complete looks from Abercrombie Kids too. Even furniture and mattresses at our lowest prices of the season, just for your college student who still needs something for their room. It's all in one place, all at great prices, and it's all here now at Macy's.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com. Football is back.
The season lives on iHeartRadio.
Whether it's fantasy advice
Or venting with your favorite host over that blown call.
iHeartRadio brings you all of it.
From the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
To local stations that bring you the games live. This is 24/7 coverage of everything you love about football.
And it all starts now.
Just open the iHeartRadio app
And search NFL.
to dive in. Catch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app, sponsored by First Horizon Bank. Monday Night Football kicks off with bitter NFC North rivals as the Bears host the Vikings. Our coverage begins at 8 p.m. Catch every minute all season long right here on your home for the NFL. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeartRadio app. The new home for the Miami Dolphins is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Just search 96.9 The Game. Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Game On rolls on. Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz. AM 930 in Jacksonville is how you can find us. FM 96.5 The Spear in Tallahassee, and right here, home base in Orlando, Florida on FM 96.9 The Game. Streaming everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Tyreek Hill not named the team captain for the Miami Dolphins. Will this become a problem in the locker room? OJ McDuffie joins the show in 15 minutes to discuss that. We're also going to discuss it ourselves in just a moment. But before we hit you with today's top story, it is time for the Daily Coach quote of the day, our daily source of inspiration and motivation. Today's lesson, not pulled from the newsletter that I quote on the daily. Yesterday's quote was centered around how ego is the enemy. And I told you that I read a non-fantasy football related book during the offseason titled Ego is the Enemy. So I'm going to deliver you two of my favorite lines from that book.
Okay.
One of them is, you can't build a reputation on what you tell people you are going to do. Mm-hmm. Essentially, if you're going to do something, just do it. Don't tell people you're going to do it. The other one is, and I think this is the best one, he who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man. Likewise, he who will do anything to avoid failure will almost certainly do something worthy of it. How do you feel about those?
So what was the last one?
He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man. Likewise, he who will do anything to avoid failure will almost certainly do something worthy of it. Yeah. Meaning, if you are constantly living in fear of death in terms of the way that you live your life, or if you look at it through the lens of a career, if you're constantly trying to avoid failure, chances are you're going to paddle in that direction accidentally because you're not worried about success as much as you're worried about failing.
No question. Yeah. Yeah. Grip it and rip it.
Grip it and rip it.
Grip it and rip it.
I love the first one. The more I read that out loud, I think because of the business that we're in, I can't tell you how many people I've run into over the years in media that tell you all the great things that they're going to do, that tell you their biggest plans rather than just doing it. You know, how many times has somebody told you, I'm going to start a podcast, I'm going to start a website?
Right.
Don't tell me. Just start doing it.
No
and
question.
then I'll notice
that
it's out there.
Yeah. Yeah. The constant planning on doing something and then never doing it. Yeah. I've had people in my life who I've lectured against that. What was that? What was the first part of that quote about?
The first one?
Yeah.
You can't build a reputation on what you're going to do.
Yeah. And I think that fits our topic right now. I think that fits Tyreek Hill.
So the captains for the Miami Dolphins have been announced. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is one of them. Alec Ingold, the fullback, the defensive tackle Zach Seiler got a new contract. They've all retained their roles. They were captains last year. Aaron Brewer, who's the center on the team, and linebackers Jordan Brooks and Bradley Chubb, first-time selections as captains. Those are your 6 captains for the Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, not one of them. A telling quote from Mike McDaniel after the announcement, quote, I'm really excited about the whole voting process in general this year. Hard stop. Digest that one for a second. To continue, this team is much more unified, and the focus on those 6 guys was very clear. Those were resounding vote getters. Mike McDaniel made it very clear. These guys were picked as captains. I'm happy they were picked as captains. And subtly, he's saying, I'm happy that other people were not selected as captains. Mike, when you compare this to last year the Dolphins had 8 captains, not 6. I don't know how that process works. One of them was Jalen Ramsey. He's gone and basically forced his way out. Another one was Tyreek Hill, who promptly quit on the team at the end of the year. And then there were trade rumors swirling all offseason about where he would end up next. I love this. Send as many messages as you feel like you need to send. He either shapes up or you ship him out. The question becomes, are the Dolphins creating an unnecessary rift before the season even starts, not forgiving the guy that is still in the building?
Well, that's up to Tyreek Hill. This is now all on Tyreek Hill. I mean, the Dolphins legitimately did what they should have done. They fired Tyreek Hill as the captain. And depending on how Tyreek Hill responds, because I was thinking about this. All right, when you lose your captainship, I mean, that's almost worse than getting fired, all right? Because when you get fired from a job, all right, you're gone, all right? You're gone. But when you lose your captaincy, I mean,
it's a little bit like getting demoted.
Yes,
in the office.
He's been demoted.
You're not the manager anymore, but you still have to clock in at the same place.
I mean, it just shows. I hope Tyreek Hill is looking in the mirror and going, wow, being a captain is the ultimate show of respect. It's the ultimate show of that my teammates think I'm a good leader. And now they're telling me I'm not a good leader. I'm not a good locker room guy. They don't want me leading this team. And I think it's up to Tyreek Hill. I mean, he's the one who brought this on himself. You have to take responsibility for your own actions. We are all products of the decisions we make. Tyreek Hill has made bad decisions, and now he's paying for it. And at its core, captaincy is about respect of your teammates, and he doesn't have it anymore.
And I think you're right in saying that it's even worse that he was a captain and now is not one.
Right.
You know, there's another name that is missing from this list and has been for the last couple of years that I would think, because of his popularity and his importance to the team, would be on there. That's Jalen Waddle. But Jalen Waddle hasn't been a captain.
Right.
So him not being a captain doesn't feel like a statement. When Tyreek Hill is a captain and then they're telling you you're not one anymore, we don't view you as that, how do you work yourself back into good standing? I'm very curious to see how this goes, because the Miami Dolphins feel like they're trying to shift the culture while the culture problems are still in the locker room. They haven't gotten rid of all of them yet, and that's a very hard thing to do.
I do wonder, and I say this is all on Tyreek Hill and how he responds. We all know the ego that these diva wide receivers have. It's going to be interesting to see how he does respond. I mean, everything he said over the last couple of months were, hey, I'm trying to change. I want to be a better teammate. I know I have to prove myself. All of that sounds good, but that first part of that quote you said,
I'm really excited about the whole voting process in general this year. This team is much more unified.
No, I was talking about your inspirational quote where
it.
you say you don't talk about what you're going to do.
You just do it.
You do it.
Yeah.
And
you're judged off your actions, not what you say.
And that's what Tyreek Hill needs to do now. He needs to go out, work his ass off, and, have a great season.
You know the old saying, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube? That's very true when you talk about diva wide receivers. If you think about the guys who think about their careers as a toothpaste bottle.
Okay.
Antonio Brown, Terrell Owens, guys like this. There's other names that could be on that list. The second the toothpaste starts coming out, the toothpaste in this analogy is the diva in them. The second it comes out, it's hard to put that sucker back in. A lot of them, when they become the diva, they become the stereotypical wide receiver diva. It's hard for them to undiva themselves. One of the very few instances is Randy Moss. Randy Moss was a problem in Minnesota. He was a problem with the Raiders, and then he set records with the New England Patriots. Well, he landed in the perfect situation, and they have a tendency to get at the time to get the best.
Well, yeah, you had Belichick and you had Brady
right
there to to mold Randy Moss into what he should be. So no question.
If you think of any other examples, I'd love to see it because I know the list is longer than 250-857 on the Mills Air text line. One guy that was never a diva during his time in the NFL is OJ McDuffie. He shares his thoughts on this Tyreek Hill topic and the season to come. Next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
We're so lucky to have International Diamond Center right here in Central Florida. This is Florida's diamond powerhouse. Direct importer, no middleman pricing on dazzling diamonds. They have all shapes, all sizes, direct from the world's best diamond cutters. And to showcase that diamond, IDC has the state's largest selection of designer rings from the world's top designers, the best brands in bridal. These are handcrafted, made in America rings, the latest styles and designs. So the ring you have is unique, and it's not a copy of your friend's ring. IDC has thousands of mountings in stock. They can also custom design something just for you. IDC also has the most incredible selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. I want one of these. Their buyers scour the globe to find the best slightly used Rolexes in pristine condition. All the most popular models, Submariners, Sky Dwellers, Batmans, and more. IDC's family owned. They're homegrown right here in Florida, not another corporate chain store. This is the only jeweler I recommend. Get details at shopidc.com.
This Thursday night is when the action starts in the NFL, and I am gathering with my fellow zone heads out at Hourglass Brewing in Longwood as we kick back and enjoy Eagles versus Cowboys. What is Hourglass Brewing? Only the best local brewery in town. Hourglass Brewing is a first-class brewery that has made the best beer ever, in my humble opinion. Zoneheads 35, and they crank out the hits on the daily. 25-plus Hourglass beers on tap every single day. If you love beer, no matter the type, IPAs, sours, lagers, they have something for you. I can guarantee that. Stop by for happy hour. $3 I4 Eyesore citrus lagers from 4 to 6 p.m. all day on Mondays. They even have wine, ciders, seltzers, something for everybody. Cozy up to the bar, get to know their friendly staff. But again, I look forward to you joining me on Thursday, September 4th. For Eagles versus Cowboys. Email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com. Reserve your spot. The first 10 get a beer on me. It's Hourglass Brewing this Thursday night, and I'll see you there.
IKEA is celebrating 40 years of making home dreams possible in the U.S. Visit us in store September 3rd until the 23rd for limited time offers and experiences like our Ortianta streetwear collection, our new Tilvercott furniture, daily chances to win gift cards, and more. Come celebrate 40 years of meatball-fueled shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd through September 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and ikea.us.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Ready to order?
Yes.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything? Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, chef. This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Presenting Again Fling's love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Labor Day savings are happening right now at the Home Depot. So what are you working on? Prep for fall with our wide selection of cordless power tools that make it easy to clear your lawn starting at $79. And once the leaves are clear, keep your yard looking fresh with colorful moms that bloom all season long. Shop Labor Day savings now through September 3rd, only at the Home Depot. See select stores for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random +1.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I checked beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing at $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
Thursday, it's the kickoff of the 2025 NFL season, and longtime NFC East rivals clash. The Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles face division rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. Our coverage begins at 8 p.m. Catch every minute all season long right here on your home for the NFL. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeartRadio app.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, today is going to be warm with a high close to 90, but our rain chances will be low. There is still a chance for an afternoon storm, about a 40% chance, but the best shot will be south and east of Orlando. Farther north and west you go, the drier and sunnier it will be. Now, for the rest of this week, we're going to see a return to the rain chances, going back up to a 60% chance, but that's also normal for this time of year. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, get up to 40% off select major appliances, plus get next-day delivery on hundreds of appliances. Valid on eligible in-stock orders through 9/10/25. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. subject to product and driver availability. Fees based on purchase. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Another week of Dolphins football has come and gone. Let's recap all the action with the legend himself. Presented by the Flynn Law Office.
Oh my, Rick, what a beautiful play. OJ McDuffie, the number 1 pick.
Here's OJ McDuffie.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen.
Oh, yes. Always in control. What do we say?
We're talking.
Yeah. We're talking 9-8. All right, no, we're not going to start the season with that sort of negativity. Miami Dolphins legend OJ McDuffie joins us as we preview the upcoming season, week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. This segment presented by Trey Flynn Law. Your free case evaluation, just a click or a phone call away. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. OJ, welcome back, my friend. The wait is officially over.
Oh, my goodness. I cannot wait any longer, man. So, yeah, good stuff that finally in game week, guys can get on a regular schedule. You know, going on the road week 1 should be a lot of fun. You know, these guys are bonded pretty well when they've been away from home. So I'm excited to see what they end up putting together, man. So good day to be, getting pumped for football, but it's going to be a great weekend for sure.
What time do you guys go live with the Miami Dolphins broadcast on Sunday?
2 hours prior, so it'll be 11 o'clock our time. Yep.
Perfect. Got a fantasy football show that we do here on FM 96.9 The Game from 10 to 11, leading right in to our guy OJ McDuffie. How problematic is it that Tyreek Hill was not named captain? Do you feel like the emphasis on how little people trust him inside of the locker room is going to become an issue, or do you back up this decision?
I back it 1,000%, man. I think that, being a captain on a football team or any part of, whatever you're doing in life is, what you do on and off the field. I think that a lot of things that Tyreek has done is not earning a captainship, and it wasn't just given to him. And you know what? The team has spoken. And the guys, go and vote. I think it's important that they honor those votes, and I think that they all felt the same way about it. I think Tyreek's going to still be a leader on that football team, but just because he doesn't have a C on his jersey, maybe that'll make him a little bit more bitter. Maybe he wants to go out there and prove to the rest of the team and the rest of the world that he should have a C on his jersey.
We've seen a lot of diva wide receivers over the years in the NFL, the T.O.s, the Antonio Browns. A lot of the time, not every time, but most of the time, once the diva comes out, it's hard to undiva yourself. Do you feel like this is something that Tyreek Hill can actually bounce back from, or is he too far gone in terms of being that diva wide receiver stereotype?
We're all divas all the time. You know what I mean, B? We're all
Were you a diva?
All the time. Hell yeah. You got to be, man. You got to be a diva. I wish you have a diva and a dog. You got to be all that, man. That's what wide receivers are, bro. I think there's no matter what, I just hope there is a chip on his shoulder. I hope that he tries to bounce back to being the Tyreek Hill that we saw the first couple of years here, the good years that he had in Kansas City. I just know that, no matter what, there's been a little bit of a change when it comes to how the Dolphins and the players are handling each other. And I think the guys that are playing well, doing the right things, are being rewarded. I think that, I think Tua's got a new favorite target. I think there's a lot of things that are going on with this team that, are trending in the right direction, in my opinion.
OJ, you talk about Tua. Obviously, health is a major issue. Is there anything he can do to, I don't know, stay healthy, stay in the lineup, or are some players just a little more delicate than others?
Yeah, well, you know what? He shouldn't try to run linebackers or safeties over. That's one thing he shouldn't do. You look at some of the great quarterbacks back in the day, the Mannings, the Brady's, Peyton Manning, he'll slide quick, and he's big as hell. He's not going to take a hit. Tom Brady's not a little dude. He's not taking a hit. Tua just cannot take hits. You got to be smart about this. in terms of just protecting yourself, because when you protect yourself, you protect the football team. And so I just know that, he's a tough guy. He's a competitive guy. But more importantly, like you talked about, like, we need him to protect himself from himself. He needs to be healthy. So the only thing he can do is throw the ball away when he can, slide earlier than he usually does, and not try to run anybody over. Those are the best things best amount of advice I can help him with. And also, we need that offensive line to protect him like he should be protected. You should have a pride in protecting your QB1. And the offensive line has to make sure that they protect him first, running backs protect him second, and then 2 protect him third.
You talked about how excited you are about this season. Tell the truth. Are you more excited about the Dolphins or your Penn State Nittany Lions this year?
Oh,
huh?
You want to do that to me, huh? You want to do that to me, huh? Hey, look.
Is this the year?
Hey, I love both, but, Penn State kind of helped me pay for my lifestyle, even though the Dolphins actually paid for my lifestyle afterwards. I'm pumped for both, man. I really am. I'm always excited for Penn State football. It's something that'll, I'm a rare bird when it comes to football because I only played for one pro team. So if I played for a couple pro teams, I'd have a couple alliances. I only have one, and that's the Miami Dolphins. But I've always got that Penn State Nittany Lion pride as well. So I'm just pumped for another fun weekend, and finally my Dolphins take the field as well. But I'm always about Penn State. We are.
Go ahead and tell all of our SEC listeners out there that the Big Ten now rules college football. Go ahead, OJ. You can tell them.
They already know.
What's there to say?
Don't need me to tell
What's there to
them.
say?
They don't need me to tell them. They already know what's up.
That's a great point. OJ McDuffie, Dolphins legendary wide receiver, also on the pregame show coming up on Sunday, starting at 11 a.m. right here on FM 96.9 The Game. You're home for the Dolphins in Orlando, Florida. What's the health status of Jalen Phillips on defense? Feels like the defense is a little bit of patchwork that's being done, especially after the trade of Jalen Ramsey. But if Phillips is healthy, then I feel a whole lot better about that side of the ball. What's the latest with him? What should we expect this year?
Yeah, I think Jalen's going to be big for us, man. I think that what they've done is with the guys we got, even drafting Chop Robinson last year, we've developed some depth right there. You bring in Matthew Judon as well, as some more depth right there. I think the workload is going to be lessened because of the guys that we have that can come in there and play that outside linebacker position that Jalen plays. Also, I think that there's some packages we saw. I mean, I think might have been the first defensive snap against Jacksonville in the preseason when you saw Phillips, you saw Chop, you saw Bradley Chubb all in at the same time. There's some things that we can do that could really help them out as well. And so we need him on the football field. And I think if we get him out on the field, 60% of the time, I think we're going to have a hell of a season, man. But he is chomping at the bit to go out there and wreak havoc, man. He's such a tough dude, such a good dude. But when he's on the football field, man, he's so good for us.
He is. He is very electric coming off of the edge. Last thing, you mentioned Penn State, all the excitement around them. They're my pick to win the national championship this year, by the way. I'm not just saying that because you're on with us.
Let me
sucking up the OJ McDuffie.
How have your picks been so far?
All right, listen, never mind. You know what? We're out of time, OJ. Not great. It's probably the kiss of death that I did that. I'm sorry about that. But Micah Parsons came from the same college that you did, and Jerry Jones says that the Cowboys defense is better without him. How much BS is that?
That's straight BS. It really is. You know it is. I mean, it's one of the greatest players, it's in the league right now, especially on defense side of football. But I'm going to tell you what, if Micah Parsons has to take injections to play, Jerry Jones might have made the right decision when it comes to, partnering with him, getting a player and a couple first round picks. So we'll see what happens this weekend.
Jerry, getting rid of the damaged goods. Is that what you're saying, OJ?
That's what I'm reading. I'm reading that he might take injections to play. I know what it feels like to have injections to play, so I hope it's not the case.
Dolphins analyst and legend OJ McDuffie. Always appreciate the weekly visit.
OJ, hopefully Micah's doctors were better than yours, okay?
Oh, my. That's how we're going to wrap this up?
Oh, yeah. No comment. I'm not making comments on that anymore.
Right. That becomes a legal issue. And if you have a legal issue, contact Trey Flynn Law, board certified, both at the state and federal level. Thanks so much, OJ. Enjoy the game.
Well done, Brandon. Well done. Nice segue right there.
Thank you. My segues are better than my football picks. Up next, it's your time to shine. Your texts, your talkbacks. It's a Game On Confessionals Wednesday. We're back with those next.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
It's here. Football season has arrived, and no matter how profitable or not profitable it's been for me so far, look, I'm in it for the long haul, okay? And Hard Rock Bet allows me to do that, being the only legal sports book in the state of Florida, and they make the only betting experience absolutely remarkable. For beginners, for longtime sports bettors alike, there is something for everyone, and they don't just allow you to unlock rewards and all of that. I mean, they make it plush. Bonus bets, profit boosters, and parlay insurance every Thursday afternoon. Sign up now. Bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets for this weekend. Great way to kick off the football season. You can refer a friend if you're already on the app and get $50 back. So many different ways to cash in over on Hard Rock Bet. My week one bets are locked and loaded. I've got some touchdown props in there, and Hard Rock rolled out a promotion at $1 on any touchdown scorer, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and get $20 in bonus bets. Free money, people. Head over to Hard Rock Bet and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. I especially love El Campeon, the Champion. It was founded in 1917 and is one of the most tradition-steeped courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Bianchi sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. You can also play pickleball, tennis, rent a boat at the marina, and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. Also, Mission Resort would like to invite everyone out to the Howey Artesian Market, your local destination for all things handmade and homemade, on September 27th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., rain or shine. Make hotel reservations, golf tee times, and get information on the Artesian Market at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, your next great escape is closer than you think.
The right lane's blocked on I-4 eastbound before Saxon Boulevard. There's a crash partially blocking the ramp from I-4 eastbound to Colonial Drive. Traffic starting to pile up through the city there. The left lane's blocked due to an accident on US 27 northbound at Davenport Boulevard. A disabled vehicle's getting cleared up on State Road 408 westbound before Orange Avenue. That's blocking the left lane. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
The International Hot Rod Association and Durana Hybrid, where horsepower meets hard work. We're reigniting the spirit of racing and the power of skilled trades, mentorship, education, legacy. Fuels the future on the track and in the trades. Get your tickets now at ihra.com.
This is Ben Green with Lenovo Legion, and I'm inviting you to come check out the Legion Gaming Cube at the iHeart House of Music on September 19th and 20th. It's part of the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Vegas. It's your chance to test your gaming skills on the best PCs anywhere. Go head-to-head with players at the event, all live streamed from the first ever Lenovo Legion Cube. The Cube is part gaming zone, part creative playground, and it's all powered by Lenovo Legion. So come find us at the House of Music, and if you're not already a member of the Legion gaming community, you can sign up now for free at gaming.lenovo.com.
This Labor Day, the Home Depot is here to help you prep for the season. So no matter what you're working on, you can get your backyard ready for all the fall festivities. Refresh your garden with savings on a wide selection of colorful mums. Liven up your outdoor space with vibrant string lights. And find the perfect grill for your backyard barbecues this season from our wide selection of grills under $300. Get your fall project started this Labor Day at the Home Depot.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Out here, you get your hands dirty. You get to work and finish the long summer day knowing you made it count. Whether it's cutting the grass, picking the garden, frying up the grill, or washing your dog, you get things done. It's the small stuff that adds up to this life you love. At Tractor Supply, we know that feeling, and we've got the supplies and friendly advice you need to get the most out of every day, all summer long. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Orlando.
Macy's Backstage is celebrating 10 years with $10 off your $50 store purchase. Starting Friday, visit the Backstage floor inside your Macy's and get $10 off amazing new finds. Exclusions apply. See store for details. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Sports are full of connections. From that go-ahead touchdown pass late in the fourth quarter to that game-winning homer in the bottom of the ninth. Make a winning connection of your own. Search 96.9 The Game on our free iHeartRadio app and make us a preset. Connection made.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
But kudos to the Bulldog because you picked this.
I didn't just pick it. I told you what was coming down I-10.
Free money, free stuff. This was from Friday's show. Let's hear it.
No, FSU was historically bad last year. I know Big Bad Bama in the SEC is coming to town. Gus Malzahn is coming to town, baby. He's bringing that high-powered offense with him. Free money, free stuff. FSU doesn't just cover the 13.5. The wheels of the Gus bus are going to go round and round and round and roll over the top.
I mean, I laughed at you, Mike. That was your Monet. That was an absolute work of art.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Touchdown! The UCF Knights are heard here. This is a safe place. Your secret is safe with us. And the thousands of listeners tuned in live, listening on demand, and streaming across the state. But other than that, you're probably fine. It's time for Game On Confessionals.
Come on, we want to hear them. I want your deepest, darkest secrets, your guilty pleasures, the things that maybe they even keep you up at night a little bit because it's hard to admit to yourself in the mirror. Admit them to us and our thousands of listeners, and we'll do the same just to pay it back. This segment brought to you by Hourglass Brewing, the first 10 to RSVP for tomorrow's get-together. Eagles versus Cowboys, beer on me. Of course, we will invite more than 10 people to show up. But I gotta cap the bill at some point. But I got a couple of names that are already signed up. Still plenty of room available in terms of the RSVP list. So I just need your name. Reach out to me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com. You can email me or just direct message me on social media. Eagles Cowboys watch party tomorrow, Hourglass Brewing in Longwood. And yes, Mike, since you'll be there, I will buy you your first beer as well.
How? Yes.
And they have
a nice light microbrew.
I'm sure we can find something that will suit your fancy, but definitely more my speed in terms of the beer selection that they have there.
Do not want hoppy. Do not want flavorful.
Hoppy makes me happy. Text in 50857. Hit us on the iHeartRadio talkback. Speaking of the things that we consume, I'll get our confession started by telling you the way that sometimes if I'm alone in the kitchen, I can't have anybody watching me do this because it's kind of embarrassing. I will take the bottle of honey in the pantry and I will tip that thing back and I will drink it like it's Gatorade.
You put your lips around the container?
I usually just squeeze it onto the tongue, but
that's okay.
Yeah, I'll just go in. If I want a sweet treat, I'll just eat honey.
That was tame. That was a tame confession.
Well, I mean, it's the first one.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I'm not going to come off the top rope with a stalk my ex-girlfriend or something.
That was me last week. I often get, not often, but every now and then I'll get the jar of peanut butter out of the pantry, just get the spoon and eat the peanut butter right out of the jar.
I've ate a whole jar of peanut butter. Yeah.
I feel like it's more socially acceptable to do that than to just down honey.
I won't put the ice cream in a bowl. Like I'll grab like the big
carton.
Yeah, the carton.
But do you share the carton with anybody else?
Sometimes.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. And that's the thing with the peanut butter.
Yeah,
too.
you're putting the saliva drenched spoon.
Yeah, if you
back.
just go with one big scoop,
eat
it and then throw the spoon in the sink.
sometimes I'll go with a second scoop.
Yeah, that's
Well,
gross.
see, no, I section it out. I only pick from one spot. And
That doesn't count. That's not how bacteria works. They're not like, hey, we'll just hang out over here. Thanks, Jaden. Let's head to the talk back. We've got a couple. Jesse wanted to chime in with a confession.
So when I moved to the state of Alabama in early 2000, I was asked who's my favorite team, and I said Louisville because I was from Kentucky. I was born in Kentucky. I was raised a Louisville fan. And they said, no, you got to pick Auburn or Alabama. And I ended up picking Auburn because I like their colors, orange and blue. And I'm not proud of that, but that's what I did. I picked based on the colors.
Yeah, bad decision. Bad decision.
So we're gonna miss Jesse. But Auburn's had some moments.
They've had, had Gene Chiswick's national championship.
It is amazing.
Fired 2 years later.
Some of the reasons why people attach themselves to certain teams. I mean, none worse than our producer, the prodigy of production, Jaden Grimes, who is an Eagles fan because of Tim Tebow.
I'm going to come in here with the Tebow Eagles jersey one day just for you.
That's like saying you're a Magic fan because of Patrick Ewing.
There was a guy at the fantasy draft last week at the Wing House that had a Tebow Jaguars tight end jersey.
I did see that. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a uniqueness to that. All right, let's hear. I don't think this is a confession, but let's get another talk back in there. Big Blue Hat wants to chime in.
Hey, Mikey, Big Blue Hat Gary. What a year for college football coming up. You remember Howard Schnellenberger used to say, you win the Big Florida, you're pretty good. Who's going to be the state champion this year between FSU, the Canes, and that team in Gainesville? Have a great day, buddy.
Oh, wow. Good question.
You know what that sounds like? A poll.
Yeah, that does sound like a good poll. Yeah. And that was Bobby Bowden that said if you win the Big Florida, you're pretty good.
Is Big Florida back? Kind of feels like Big Florida's back.
Yeah, well, we won all of our games this week. Even USF won. UCF won as well.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. We got Bet It or Forget It coming up right around the bend. Right now, we're going to step aside for the talented folks of Fox Sports Radio. Get you the latest and greatest in the sports world. Back in 60 seconds.
With Bianchi and Kravitz is back. Time to see if they're ready to put their money where their mouth is. Let's get into another round of Bet It or Forget It.
Forget about it. Top of the 4 o'clock hour, the new daily segment, Bet It or Forget It, brought to you by the worldwide leader in peer-to-peer betting, Better Edge. If you're going to take sports betting seriously like I do, you have to have a second outlet to find the very best numbers consistently. You can pluck these things off like plums off of a tree on Sunday morning over at betteredge.com. Great place to take on your friends. You can face me, create company-wide pools. We have a Beat Brandon challenge that is put together every single weekend. And now we have college football and NFL games to choose from starting this weekend. Exciting stuff. Use the promo code Beat Brandon at sign up. That's all one word. We do not like the space bar on this radio station, apparently. Beat Brandon, all one word. 96.9 The Game on YouTube, all one word. But you get $20 at sign up when you head there. betteredge.com. You looked like you were going to say something, Mike, which is why I had the dramatic pause right there. But Prodigy, hit the music. Now we're ready to kick things over to the Bulldog.
The MC was just getting his questions ready for the wildly popular, critically acclaimed game show. Bet it or forget it. Let's start with a little college football. A pair of Vanderbilt football players are among 10 athletes suing the NCAA in an effort to force the association to allow college athletes to compete for 5 seasons rather than 4. The players claim the NCAA's eligibility rules violate antitrust law. The NCAA's current rules allow athletes to compete for 4 seasons during a 5-year time span that begins when they enroll in college. Gotta tell you, Kravitz, I've sided with the NCAA a number of times over the years, but this lawsuit seems pretty reasonable to me. If a player is on the team for 5 seasons, then why can't he compete for 5 years? Plus, wouldn't it end this nonsense of players opting out after 4 games to preserve their redshirt year? Bet it or forget it. The redshirt rule is stupid and should be overturned.
Bet it. I think it's overstayed its welcome at this point, especially now with NIL, with player movement. Get the players on the field that you want playing, and let's stop beating around the bush here. Also, there's plenty of athletes that have played college for longer than 5 years. They figure out a way to circumvent these rules. I mean, Elijah Arroyo with the Hurricanes, I think he played college football for a
7
decade.
years, right?
So let's just make it. I think Mark Daniels brought this up a while ago. You guys would talk about this sort of thing on the regular, on the bridge, in its old form. And one of the ideas that he had is just a hard 5.
Right.
There's no red shirt. There's no sitting out for injury. It's just you have 5 years of eligibility, and when your 5 years is up, your 5 years is up. I think that's the way that it should be. I like that idea.
Absolutely. So with fast food prices escalating, McDonald's announced a few days ago that it is bringing back extra value meals, which haven't been on the menu since 2019. All right. The company said it will offer 8 meal bundles at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, each costing 15% less than buying the items separately. They've got things like the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, the cheese McGriddle, all sorts of different ones. McDonald's is also offering extra value meals for an even deeper discount. For instance, a $5 sausage McMuffin with egg meal or an $8 Big Mac meal. Bet it or forget it. Your consumption of fast food has decreased significantly because prices have gone up so much.
Forget it. Forget about it. Hasn't slowed me down one bit.
No,
not at all.
No?
And I actually think McDonald's has done a pretty good job. I think McDonald's has done a solid to the people that roll through the drive-through with the shame in their heart late at night after a Magic game with the $5 meal deal. At the end of the game, multiple times throughout the season, sometimes multiple times in a week, I'll roll through McDonald's. You get the $5 meal deal. That's a double cheeseburger, 4-count nugget, French fries, and a drink. If you need more than that, you need to consult a doctor. Okay. That's $5.
They need to make every drink $1 again. Every size used to be $1, and now it's not, and that's very upsetting.
Plus, remember when they used to have like Wendy's, McDonald's? They would have like the dollar menu, like you could get like a cheeseburger for $1.
No, that I think they should bring back, but I still think McDonald's does a better job with the deals than a lot of other fast food restaurants. I think our concern with how much food costs shouldn't be directed at places like Taco Bell and McDonald's. It should be everywhere else where you're trying to eat healthy and you have to take out a second mortgage to eat a salad. That's a bigger problem in this country than what McDonald's is charging you.
Speaking of that, there's a little spontaneous question here. So I was at a restaurant this past weekend, all right? And I ordered a dirty martini, all right? A dirty...
Talking my language.
Dirty martini, and I'd already had probably too much to drink. I was Ubering, by the way. But
hopefully not driving the Uber.
But I got a dirty martini, and it was $18. So I get the martini. I start drinking it, all right? And I just didn't want it anymore. But I drank it anyway. Bet it or forget it. If you pay $18 for a drink, you are obligated to drink that drink.
Oh, bet it.
Right?
That's what you get for hanging out at the Grand Bohemian. Where the hell are you? Where are you? That a martini's $18.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say the name of the place, but it wasn't even a fancy schmancy restaurant.
I think they poured Mike. They knew that this was Mike Bianchi.
They did ask me what sort of vodka I wanted, so I said, "Oh, give me some Grey Goose."
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You screwed yourself with branding. Always go with Tito's. Tito's is a solid vodka, reasonably priced.
Okay, all right, but $18
or a nice Stoli Schneier.
If you pay $18, you have to drink the drink.
Oh, no doubt.
Right.
I don't care if it tasted like feet. I'd still drink it.
Shohei Ohtani hits his 100th home run with the Dodgers last night. His solo shot, reading it, 120 miles per hour off his bat. It was the second hardest hit homer in Major League Baseball. Playing his 294th game with the Dodgers, only two other players, Mark McGwire and Babe Ruth, have reached 100 homers with a single team faster than Shohei Ohtani. Bet it or forget it. When all is said and done, Shohei Ohtani will be considered a greater player than the Babe himself.
Bet it. In fact, you can go ahead and press that one again. I think he already is.
What?
I think he's already a better player
Stop
than
it.
Babe Ruth.
Stop it.
I think Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player of all time.
He has to have the Babe was a great pitcher in his day too, pal. Don't forget that. When he was playing for the Red Sox, I think he won 24 games one year.
I'm not talking about resumes here. I'm talking about talent, ability, and skill. He is the greatest player to ever play the game of baseball.
You are just...
This is not prisoner of the moment. He's the greatest player in the history of the sport.
You just see the old photos of the Bambino.
What was he, like 5'6", 300?
Overweight, fat, overweight, not very fast, playing against all white players. You just think he wasn't that good, right? Are you?
No, I do think he was good. He was
bet it or forget it. An overweight, out of shape Babe couldn't play in today's game.
Bet it.
Wow.
No, it was a different time. It was a different age, different era.
Can't rip the Bambino like that.
Bambino, he never even had to play under lights or with black people. So no, I think he would struggle. I do. Kyle, he'd be Kyle Schwarber's backup. Babe Ruth, get him out of here. Overrated.
Him and the Beatles, overrated.
Babe Ruth he's like Arch Manning. It's all marketing and PR.
All right, I've had enough. That is better to forget it.
Coming up next,
Good Lord.
we have so many clips from this past weekend that have spilled over into press conferences that we said, you know what, screw it. We're going to do Mic'd Up again, and we're going to do that next.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be back right after this.
The Shohei Ohtani of truck dealerships is right here in Central Florida. I know football season's here, but it's also Silverado season at Don Mealy Chevrolet. They have over 50 Silverados in stock, all the models, all right? 1500s, 2500s. I want the 3500 HD. And right now, you can save up to $11,000 on a brand new 2025 Silverado. This dealership has been the truck headquarters of Central Florida for 50 years. That's right. They're celebrating their 50-year anniversary right now. All right. Don Mealy brought the family down from Maryland 50 years ago. He founded the dealership. His son Jay runs it now, and Jay will even give you his personal email if you need him. That's small town service with big league truck deals. Don Mealy Chevrolet, Chevy. Together, let's drive.
That Florida sunshine is lovely, but it does come with its fair share of challenges. Blazing heat, sudden downpours, powerful storms, and nonstop humidity. You need a team like Eustace Roofing on your side to handle it all with these Florida weather events, especially the ones that are looming. Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, and it needs to be strong, it needs to be durable and built to last, and that's where Eustace Roofing can help. They tailor roofing solutions to your home. They don't just lay shingles and leave. They are detail-oriented and customer first, always. This is a stand-up business with years and years of credibility behind their name. Eustace Roofing is as trusted as they come, with a 4.9 Google rating and over 1,000 satisfied customer reviews. You will not find a roofing company more suitable for your home. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Visit EustaceRoofing.com.
You're going to run into some slowdowns over St. John's River Bridge, I-4 eastbound before Saxon Boulevard. The right lane's blocked. Traffic's starting to back up there. The left lane's blocked on State Road 408 westbound before Orange Avenue. There's a crash on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to Colonial Drive getting cleared up there. The roadways are getting busy. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
It's your boy Mario Lopez here with some inside scoop. Staples has school supplies as low as 25 cents. Your back to school budget, saved by the button, the easy button. What'd you think I was going to say? Love me some Staples. That was easy.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas. T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
If you want your windows there and wait, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Out here, you get your hands dirty. You get to work and finish the long summer day knowing you made it count. Whether it's cutting the grass, picking the garden, frying up the grill, or washing your dog, you get things done. It's the small stuff that adds up to this life you love. At Tractor Supply, we know that feeling, and we've got the supplies and friendly advice you need to get the most out of every day, all summer long. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do.
You know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
Did you know that every diamond at International Diamond Center is over 1 billion years old? That's before dinosaurs, even before some of the stars in the sky. These elusive stones were originally formed miles beneath the Earth's surface, each one born in a volcanic explosion, yet kept hidden for generations. It's a fact that for every 1-carat diamond at International Diamond Center, trained miners blasted through over 200 tons of rock, and skilled experts sifted through the rubble to find the highly sought-after rough diamonds. Then expert cutters spend untold hours shaping and polishing each stone, unlocking its beauty and fire and brilliance. From the hands of the craftsman direct to you, these magical stones are your piece of eternity. Precious, rare, unique, indestructible, and treasured all over the world. Oh, and the unbeatable prices at International Diamond Center? They're just a bonus. International Diamond Center. Uncompromising quality, unimaginable value. Altamont Springs Mall at Millennia and Waterford Lakes.
Save big during Labor Day at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, buy more to get up to an additional 20% off. Shop even more savings with 3 Stay Green 1 cubic foot vegetable and flower garden soil bags for $10. This Labor Day, take care of your home for less at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
Hey, this is Matt Jones. I'm Drew Franklin, and this is NFL Cover Zero. We're just here to try to give you an NFL perspective a little bit different. Did you see the Colts pretzel? That was my other big takeaway from that game. What was that? Oh, my. We think NFL coverage should be informative and entertaining. And twice a week, that is exactly what you're going to get. Open up your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Cover Zero with Matt Jones and Drew Franklin, and listen now.
Orlando's pro volleyball team is hotter than hot. Coming off of the championship season, the Orlando Valkyries aren't just ready to take on their league once again, but another league as well. A groundbreaking deal has allowed 2 leagues to merge into one, Major League Volleyball. The Valks are introducing their 4-match flex plan, the perfect plan if you can't make it to every game. Opening night is included. Any additional 3 games of your choice, it layers in flexibility and savings compared to single game tickets, and the plans start at just $51. If you purchase a season ticket or a 4-match flex plan before September 19th, you'll receive an exclusive invite to the team's kickoff party with Orlando Valkyries players, coaches, and it's a great chance to celebrate the season and connect with the team. And because I'm feeling nice, how about we give away some tickets right now? Text the word 4-pack, all lowercase and one word, to 833-854-5809 to enter for a chance to win a 4-match flex plan towards the upcoming season. Good luck and go Valkyries.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeartRadio app.
Listen to us on your smartphone. Listen to us whenever and wherever you want on iHeartRadio.
Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up, brought to you by the Nickley Group. If you're thinking about selling your home, stop scrolling Zillow and talk to the local pros at the Nickley Group. They sell a home every 9 hours. They're the #1 real estate team in Central Florida for a reason, and they're getting sellers top dollar in record time. You can get a guaranteed offer within 24 hours, close in 2 weeks, no showings, no stress, or you could hit the open market and let them work their magic. Either way, you win. For a guaranteed offer on your home, visit thenickley.com.
Winner, chicken dinner.
You ready for a little mic'd up, Brandon Kravitz? Let's start with a little college football. Brian Kelly and Dabo Swinney had a difference of opinion on their grading system after LSU beat Clemson 17-10 in the season opener over the weekend in Clemson. Here's Dabo Swinney after his team lost.
That is a physical group. It's a very smart quarterback. They're going to be a problem. And they got some explosive dudes. And it was a hell of a game. Down to the last play, right out of the gate. It's like getting the final exam day one of class. They made a 65, we made a 58. Neither one of us were great.
Hold on a minute. said Brian Kelly. You're going to give us a 65 for what we just did? We outscored you 14-0 in the second half. We finished with 354 total yards to your 281 and 25 first downs to your 13. What about Coach Swinney giving your team a 65, Coach Kelly?
We dominated him in the second half. So he's either a really good grader for, giving himself a 58, or he's a really hard grader on us, or he didn't see the second half, which that might be the case. He might not have wanted to see the second half.
Wow. But that was a drive-by.
I'm not even sure that was a drive-by. I think you walked right up to the front door, opened it up, and said, "Look what I got for you. Say hello to my little friend." Okay, that's what it sounded like to me. Now LSU gets an A+. You went on the road at Clemson week 1 of the season, and you won the game, and you held your opponent to 0 second half points. That's an A+.
65 is like a D.
Yeah,
he gave him a D.
I know. He used to get 65s all the time.
Yeah, well, it took you 7 years to get through UCF.
I know. It was like a Hurricanes tight end. Somebody pointed out that was Cam McCormick. That was not Elijah Arroyo. I was thinking of the one that got drafted. It was McCormick that played 9 years. But yeah, me and McCormick were in lockstep in terms of our college careers.
Speaking of college coaches bannering back and forth, Oklahoma State coach Mike Gundy, whose team takes on Oregon this week, says it's hard to compete with Phil Knight and that Oregon Ducks payroll. Listen.
I guess that the last 3 years that we spent around $7 million over the 3 years, and I think Oregon spent close to 40 last year alone. Wow. So that was just 1 year. Okay. Now, I might be off a few million, but they're spending a lot of money. They spent a lot of money, and there's some schools that are doing that.
I think Oregon coach Dan Lanning took a little umbrage to those remarks. Did he not, Prodigy?
Oh, Dan.
What's Prodigy doing right
for Coach Gundy? Ultimately, how blessed are we to be in a place that's invested in winning? If you want to be a top 10 team in college football, you better be invested in winning. And we spend to win. Some people say to have an excuse for why they don't, right? And ultimately, he's a great coach. They've done an unbelievable job, but I want to be a team that's competing at the highest level. And we're really fortunate to be in that situation. So I can't speak on their situation. I have no idea, what they got in their pockets over there. I'm sure UT Martin maybe didn't have as much as them last week.
Another drive-by.
I love it. I love all of this.
I got Mike Gundy's right. Oregon does spend a bunch of money, and they have a bunch of money, but
it's a lame excuse.
Should you really be complaining about it?
No, absolutely not. It's one of those things that you kind of deal with the hand that you're dealt, and I think some of these coaches say that out of frustration for their own boosters, administration, if they feel like they're not financially supported enough. But what it comes across when you say it out loud in public is excuse making. We're not winning, not because of me or anything I've done.
But isn't it
but
true?
Our players aren't good enough.
Isn't it true? I mean, Scott Frost has mentioned it a few times during the offseason. Isn't it true that if you don't have as much money, you can't have as good a team, or you probably won't have as good a team?
But if you're mentioning it, I think if you mention it in the offseason, you're planting seeds for better rosters in the future. Once the season starts, the how much a roster costs nonsense needs to leave your jargon as a coach. Let other people have that discussion.
I don't disagree
because
with
it just sounds like you're making excuses.
I don't disagree.
We talk about leadership all the time. We open the show with our coach quote, and that's just not the attitude of a leader.
A big controversy in NFL TV news: the NFL Red Zone channel, which has been acquired by ESPN along with the NFL Network. Scott Hansen was on the Pat McAfee show yesterday saying that now that ESPN has acquired the Red Zone channel, there's going to be commercials. Listen.
The business folks
handle the business. And I have no say over different elements that could or could not be in the show.
Okay.
Tell you right now, when you see me come on the air here, we're going to hit the Octo Box. We've got 8 games in the early window, taking you around all the different cities. And then when we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, it's been more than 250 days since the first full NFL Sunday, but we are back. And 7 hours of red zone football starts now.
Well said.
I realize that might be a slight change to some of you, but that's what the catchphrase will be going forward.
A slight change, no commercial free. ESPN just ruined. ESPN has just ruined the best thing about watching NFL on Sunday.
Oh my God. First of all, I don't know what he's talking about. Scott Hansen was saying that in the middle of last season, he changed his verbiage. This already happened prior to the acquisition.
Okay, but
from
there's a
ESPN.
difference between limited commercials and going to a full commercial break.
There's no way I will believe it when I see it that they go to commercial break for more than 30 seconds.
You're just in denial.
I am.
You are in
Jaden.
denial. Or if they do, will you then admit that ESPN has ruined the best thing about watching NFL football on Sunday?
If the commercial break lasts longer than 2 minutes, then I will agree with you guys. If it doesn't, this is the biggest first world problem I've ever heard in my life. You're saying that we went from watching 7 hours of football with no commercials to now we get 2 minutes of commercials every couple of hours, and you go, this has ruined my day.
I mean, the fact that they're going to have all these commercials. This segment, by the way, brought to you by the Nickley Group, is just ridiculous.
Who are we to judge? Coming back from break in 2026.
All right, Johnny Manziel, it seems, hasn't lost his animosity nor hate for the Cleveland Browns. Here's Johnny.
I sit here today and I go back and forth with, man, am I going to let Cleveland off the hook and just like let it go? Or am I going to sit here with hate and animosity in my heart for the rest of my life? And I finally sit here today and I'm like, I think I'm going to be pissed at them and hate them forever. So it is what it is, man. No love for the Browns. I'm rooting for 0-16 seasons every season.
Shut up, Johnny Manziel. Why is Johnny Manziel now a commentator?
He's good.
Oh, God.
He's been through the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
The guy who blew the Cleveland Browns actually gave him an opportunity and paid him a bunch of money to come there and do drugs and screw up his life. Why is he rooting against the Browns? He should be rooting for the Browns. They gave him a bunch of money, even though he wasn't deserving of it.
I think he felt like once he got on campus at Cleveland, he felt unsupported and he had issues.
How about taking some personal responsibility for your failure?
I think he has taken personal responsibility, and he also hates the Cleveland Browns. I think it's healthy to hold on to a little bit of animosity in life. It keeps you motivated, keeps you grounded. Coming up next, Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com. Can you circumvent the cap in the NBA? We'll get that question answered after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
You guys have heard me talk about Hammer and Nails grooming for guys. Well, now's a chance to have the full member experience just like me on me. Join me Monday, September 15th for the Bucks Monday Night Football game at Hammer and Nails in Windermere for an exclusive game on party. We're actually going to take over that location after they close down and before the Monday Night Football game starts. If you would like to be in on this private party, spots are going to be limited, but I will start taking your requests now. Email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com if you want in on that, or you can direct message me on social media. Contact me, and you will be treated like a member with a drink of your choice from the bar, a haircut service, a mani-pedi designed for the men. That's Monday, September 15th, the Bucks Monday Night Football game at Hammer and Nails in Windermere. Contact me. I'll get you in.
I've been counting down the days for football season, and now I'm ready to make my lineups on Prize Picks yet again. Last year, I crushed it on one memorable weekend when I had Joe Burrow going for more than 2.5 touchdowns. And this year, I've got my eye on some big names. How about Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville? Is he going to have a breakout season? And can Tyreek Hill have a comeback season in Miami? Prize Picks is so easy. You pick more or less on a player's stat projections in seconds. It's simple, fun, and the perfect way to add action to game day. They're even giving you a max value pick, Dak Prescott at 0.5 passing yards for the Thursday night opener. That's a gimme. And I love their flex play, which means I can still double my money even if I miss a pick. Plus, if one of my players gets hurt in the first half, I'm protected with their injury reboot policy. Get in the game with me. Download the app today. Use my code Bulldog to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Bulldog to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers-only Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
Macy's Backstage is celebrating 10 years with $10 off your $50 store purchase. Starting Friday, visit the Backstage floor inside your Macy's and get $10 off amazing new finds. Exclusions apply. See store for details. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Florida coach Billy Napier says he won't be afraid to play his true freshman again this week against South Florida. He called them elite competitors. The Rays helped put their 5-game winning streak on the line in tonight's series finale against Seattle. It'll be Adrian Hauser taking the ball there for Tampa Bay. And Dodger star Shohei Ohtani made franchise history yesterday when he hit his 100th homer for the team in less than 300 games. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
The Fantasy Fix returns on Sunday, September 7th for week 1 of the NFL season. Draft day may be over, but the real game is just beginning for my fantasy fiends out there. Every week, starting at 10 a.m., we're breaking down the matchups, the sleepers, the busts, the props, and the plays that can help you win your league. It's fantasy football news up to the minute right here on FM 96.9 The Game. Don't set your lineup without us, and it all starts this Sunday at 10 a.m. on the Fantasy Fix. A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810 Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810 or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeartRadio app. He's the Sultan of Salary, our very own sports financial guru. When athletes get paid, he's our go-to guy. He's Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com.
Mike Giannetti, our go-to sports financial expert, the best in the business. You can find his work over at SpotTrack.com and check out the Spot Track podcast weekly. Mike and I drop an episode together every single week. We'll do that tomorrow, in fact. Mike, the season starts Thursday night, and we instantly get started with one of the biggest financial dichotomies in the league. In layman's terms, what is the difference between the way the Eagles structure things financially and the way the Cowboys do business?
A to Z. I mean, Howie Roseman and those Eagles are dying to hand out money as quickly as possible, not because they love to burn it, but because they know that, A, their players will appreciate it, the agents will appreciate it. You won't have to deal with relationships and relationship struggles by waiting and getting in contentious situations, and you can foil the masses with high AAVs and guarantees that are actually pretty fair value. And the Dallas Cowboys, really for the better part of this last decade, have done exactly the opposite. It's a waiting game. It's a mind game. It's a little bit of cat and mouse. And at the end of the day, because they just want to be stars and key players, it's overpaying to the nth degree, to the point of where they're probably a 6 or 7 win team, and they're going to have the 3rd or 4th highest cash flow in all of football for 2025. And that's the going rate for waiting.
Well, it just certainly happened with Micah Parsons, though they didn't have to pay up for it because they dealt him to the Green Bay Packers. What are the Cowboys quietly saying by making a move like this about what they think about their current roster?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at it, but when you talk about the roster, when you talk about the money, by not paying this contract, and they had a chance to do it, right? They're both agreeing to the point that Dallas had a chance to match this contract extension offer, and they didn't do it, which means at least temporarily they're saying out loud that this is probably not a situation where they should add another top of the market contract to this roster, because they're not an NFC contender, because they're not a legitimate Super Bowl, contender right now. So it's probably an intelligent move in the long run. In the short term, Dak Prescott's fully guaranteed for 3 more years. So it's not like this team is going all the way down to the bottom anytime soon, but $47 million a year for a player that can help, but probably can't win you a Super Bowl is probably a good subtraction right now.
Mike, I'm curious. I keep reading this back and forth, about the Cowboys and Micah Parsons agent, and Jerry Jones contended that, he guaranteed Micah Parsons more money than any non-quarterback in the history of the league, upwards of $200 million or whatever it was. If that's the case, then why wouldn't Micah Parsons sign that deal? The agent says, listen, the devil's in the details. We actually signed a deal that was worth $70 to $80 million more over the long term. Can you explain that in layman's terms?
Sure. Yeah, because the contract Jerry Jones is talking about is spread out over 6, maybe even 7 years. And the one he got in Green Bay is 4 new years, 5 years total. And if you think that's a big deal or not a big deal, just understand it this way. He's going to make $165 million over the next 4 seasons. That's pretty much fully guaranteed with the Green Bay Packers. And then at 29 years old, because there's $65 to $68 million cap hits thereafter, Green Bay is going to look around the room and say, well, we better do something about this contract. And he's going to make another $200 million between age 29 and 31. And then he can talk about the rest of his career thereafter. But you got to talk about it in a grand scheme. It's age, it's production, it's prime window. He's striking once right now, and he wants to strike again before 30 years old. And Jerry Jones wasn't going to let him do that with that contract offer.
Wow. Also, big news in the NBA, the LA Clippers and their team owner, Steve Ballmer, they've been accused of circumventing the NBA salary cap by paying $28 million to Kawhi Leonard for a no-show job. This seems like a big deal.
It looks like one, and certainly the investigation and the reporting is pretty spot on here in terms of enough evidence to at least get the ball rolling with an NBA investigation. Can they exactly tie Steve Ballmer and these people to something that directly affects this? I don't know that they can get there, right? But man, if you're reading the details here, it sure sounds like both back in 2019 and in 2023, some things went down to at least wet your palate with an opportunity that Kawhi Leonard took some things on the side, and we'll see. And we'll see if, by the way, this is the start of a bigger investigation with more players and more agents, because that's always how it happens with these things.
Talking to Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com, that was going to be my next question. You live in this world. You're not a journalist, but you report on the numbers. How common do you think something like this is, whether it's in the NBA or in the sports that we talk about in this country?
I'm going to give you the hottest take I can give you, Brandon, which is every single time I hear a superstar player taking less money, this is what I think of, right? I think of, are there endorsements? And not necessarily circumvention, but man, did something get set up on the side from a sponsorship standpoint that at least compensates them? It's not necessarily a circumvention. It's just a handshake agreement to help them out, on the side. But every single time that we see a significant pay cut, I think to myself, man, there's probably something going on, and it's probably not illegal, but man, good for them.
Has something like this popped up before? And what's the typical penalty for it if it has?
Yeah, quite a while ago, the NBA actually got to the bottom of one with Joe Smith, and it was huge. It was like a $7 million fine. It was like 5 first-round picks forfeited. And there is direct language in the CBA right now. I did some digging on that. And there's upwards of $5 million for the first offense, 4 first-round picks. So if they connect any of these dots, the Clippers are in a heap of trouble in their short term here.
Money not well spent. Mike Giannetti, sports financial analyst, the best in the game. You can find his work over at SpotTrack.com, my go-to source for all things sports contracts. Also download that SpotTrack podcast as well. Mike and I have another episode coming your way tomorrow afternoon. Thanks so much, Mike. We'll talk soon.
You bet.
Coming up next, we want to hear from you. It's a Game On Confessionals Wednesday, so we're taking them. Admit your deepest, darkest secrets to us, and we might even give some back in return. Texts, talkbacks on the way. Next.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
It's here. Football season has arrived, and Hard Rock Bet is your place to get in on all of the action. Hard Rock Bet, the only legal sports book in the state of Florida, and the app is so slick. It's so easy to use, so much fun, and they allow you to unlock rewards, bonus bets, profit boosters, parlay insurance. Every Thursday afternoon, you open up that guitar and see what you got. Sign up now, bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets Great way to kick off the season. You can refer a friend, get $50 back. There's so many different ways to cash in over on Hard Rock Bet. I mean, it's free money, people. They also have this one going. If you lay $1 on any touchdown prop that's out there, so whether it's Jahmyr Gibbs or it's Jalen Waddle, doesn't matter. $1 on a touchdown score, you get $20 in bonus bets, whether that bet cashes or not. Head to Hard Rock Bet and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Orlando, are you ready to rock it? My favorite beach getaway, Hard Rock Hotel Daytona Beach, is calling your name. Not even an hour's drive from downtown Orlando. You'll find modern luxury, legendary Hard Rock vibes, and that endless Florida sunshine. Even in the middle of winter, lounge by the oceanfront pool, grab a bite at their world-famous restaurant, or unwind at the spa. And when the sun sets, enjoy live music under the stars at their beachside band shell. For reservations, go to hardrockhotels.com/Daytona Beach.
Keep an eye out for emergency crews off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound before US 27, clearing up an accident there. The left lane's blocked on State Road 408 westbound before that Orange Avenue exit. Emergency crews are still on the roadways on I-4 eastbound before Dirksen Drive, clearing up that crash there. Move over and slow down if you see police activity on the roadways. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 9/13. Plus, save more with the Easy Rewards program only at Staples.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Let's talk about Pizza Bruno. This place is top knots. I mean nuts. Sorry, I can't get the garlic knots out of my head. You want meatballs, you want salads, you want fresh ingredients in every single mouth-watering bite. Pizza Bruno is your spot. Try my personal favorite, the spicy Stetson, crunchy pepperoni, big dollops of ricotta cheese, and hot honey. It is so good. 3 locations in Central Florida, Edgewater, Maitland, and on Curry Ford Road. Visit pizzabruno.fl.com and work up an appetite.
Out here, you get your hands dirty. You get to work and finish the long summer day knowing you made it count. Whether it's cutting the grass, picking the garden, frying up the grill, or washing your dog, you get things done. It's the small stuff that adds up to this life you love. At Tractor Supply, we know that feeling, and we've got the supplies and friendly advice you need to get the most out of every day, all summer long. Tractor Supply. For life out here.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
IKEA is celebrating 40 years of making home dreams possible in the U.S. Visit us in store September 3rd until the 23rd for limited time offers and experiences like our Ortianda streetwear collection, our new Tilvercott furniture, daily chances to win gift cards, and more. Come celebrate 40 years of meatball-fueled shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd through September 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and ikea.us.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Just because an injury doesn't show up on an x-ray doesn't mean it isn't real. We know doctors that specialize in whiplash, sprains, strains, and tears. They can help us prove your pain is real and fight for your future medical needs. Farah and Farah.
Orlando. We finally switched to T-Mobile because with them, we could be connected here and there.
Let's watch a movie.
And we have Netflix included to enjoy our favorite shows and movies.
¿Qué tal esta? Bacanísima, pero ya la vi.
Now the hard part is getting them to agree on a movie.
Switch today and get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI, all on the best network in the U.S. Visit a store, T-Mobile.com, or call 1-800-T-Mobile. 1-800-T-Mobile. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla. Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025.
Follow The Game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Catch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app, sponsored by First Horizon Bank.
At Ziegler Air Conditioning, they believe in a straightforward approach. Their technicians don't earn commissions on parts or services sold. Instead, they pay their technicians a superior wage for providing the highest quality service. Unlike so many other companies that send sales advisors with technicians to push new systems, Ziegler focuses solely on what you need. No pressure, no upselling, just honest, reliable service. And don't forget the importance of regular maintenance for your AC system. Proper maintenance ensures your warranty stays in effect and keeps your system running efficiently. I speak from experience when I say Ziegler's maintenance program is the best in the business. And by the way, happy anniversary to Pat Ziegler and his crew. They are celebrating their 40th anniversary of cooling Central Florida. Ziegler Air is a carrier authorized dealer, also factory authorized, which means they can get their customers even better rebates and benefits. Carrier, turn to the experts, turn to Ziegler Air. Don't ever lose your cool. Call Ziegler Air at 407-245-8765, 407-245-8765.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
#1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR, HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Free never sounded so good. This is a safe place. Your secret is safe with us. And the thousands of listeners tuned in live, listening on demand, and streaming across the state. But other than that, you're probably fine. It's time for Game On Confessionals.
Game On Confessionals, round 2, brought to you by my go-to pest control partner, Burn Pest Control. Joe's team doesn't just treat the pest problem.
They burn them.
They burn them. They excavate them. They exterminate them.
They annihilate them.
Keep your home protected from the bugs all year long with Burn Pest Control. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz, Mike Bianchi sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service at burnpest.com.
Emasculate them.
I have not done a good enough job today of promoting an interview that we have coming up in the next 7 minutes, which is really exciting.
We're interviewing God.
We are interviewing God. God Sham God, the new assistant coach of the Orlando Magic, a man who...
Street ball legend.
He is also highly, highly thought of in NBA circles for being able to fix shots, and that's something that the Magic desperately need. So excited to talk about his career, his life, and a book that he has coming out, and that is in the next 5 minutes. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Also,
he's a shot doctor?
He is technically the shot doctor. He's a legitimate shot doctor.
I wonder when we interview him, will he go, "Good evening, good to see you again"?
I can tell you our listeners would be very excited if he did that.
The text line's about to be popping.
I thought about shot today. I did.
You did?
Confession here in Game On Confessionals.
You thought about shot?
I thought about shot. And I thought to myself, I wonder if he's still with us. You know? I don't, because honestly, would you know? Well, I'm not. I hope he is. So would you know?
No, I mean,
that's my point.
I haven't heard from Shot in years.
Shot, if you're alive, text me.
Yeah.
Okay, just so I know.
Right.
Also, we are streaming live on YouTube. We have been for the last couple of hours. We are going to sign off at 5 o'clock. That's going to be the daily routine, 3 to 5 p.m. There are operational reasons why it's best to do it that way.
Right.
That are just not really necessary information. I don't want to bore you. But 3 to 5 p.m. we'll stream the show live every single day on YouTube when we are able to do so. So you can go and find that. Just type 96.9 The Game. No spaces. We hate spaces. 96.9 The Game in the search bar on YouTube. Let's head to the talk back. It is a Confessionals Wednesday. We have John standing by.
Good afternoon, fellas. So back in the day when I was in high school, in my DMV class, I ended up stealing a paper from my buddy that lived in my neighborhood. He was in homeschool, so kind of a problem child, but still a good kid. He had lots of potential. We played sports together. I ended up giving him that paper that was signed by a teacher. He brought it to DMV and was able to get his driver's license without any problem.
What? I think I missed the point. What was the Jaden? Did you pick up on that?
Nope.
All right. So we're all at a loss. It felt like that was a story that was going to go somewhere.
I thought it might have a tragic ending, actually. So, I have one.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, senior in high school, me and one of my best friends, Jeff, we swore we were gonna, after we graduated, we were gonna ride like I used to have motorcycles when I was a kid. We were gonna get motorcycles and drive across the country on our motorcycles. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sort of like Steppenwolf, get your motor running, head out on the highway, born to be wild. Sort of like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, this is not really a deep, dark secret, but I was thinking the other day, I'd still like to do that. Am I too old to do that now?
No. To just
jump on a bike,
just go.
Say it every day. Let's ride.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No.
I mean, you're close, but you're with every minute that passes, you're another minute closer to not being able to do that.
I'd sort of like to still do that.
I think you don't quit now. We just started this new show, but I don't know, maybe in a year or two.
Maybe I could bring my radio equipment in a backpack.
Well, okay. You could get does it have to be on a bike, or could you do this via RV?
Nah.
And then maybe let somebody else drive and you could sit in the back and hotspot connect in?
Yeah, that'd be real good.
Bianchi live in Wyoming with a crappy connection.
The van life.
Okay.
So, anyway, that was just my, not really a confessional, but just a thought.
I have a confession to make. This, I probably don't even have enough time for your reaction to this, but back when America Online became a thing,
Mm-hmm.
and chat rooms became all the rage.
Mm-hmm.
I one time I hopped in a chat. This was social media before social media. You just hop in and there would just be topics that people were just commenting on using all sorts of weird screen names and stuff. And you would just have random conversations about random topics. And every once in a while you'd start messaging somebody off to the side if you felt like, for whatever reason, you made up a story in your head that this person was attractive to you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you would send pictures back and forth.
Uh-huh.
Now, mind you, I was only 13, 14 years old. So like this was not as risque as it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But one time I found a picture of Mark Wahlberg online and I pretended to be Mark Wahlberg.
Did it work?
Did anything work? I never met up with anyone, thankfully. I think Butch would have saved my head in his freezer.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I'm sure my parents are listening going, so that's why our computer didn't work. Got it.
I've got an online dating, so I don't have time.
Well,
to do it
okay.
right
We'll
now.
do that. You know what?
I
We'll
don't-
do it next week. Game On Confessionals Wednesday comes back in a week. Our interview with Magic assistant coach God Shamgod comes up in a moment. He details his new book and what he sees in the fiercest competitors in the NBA. We're going to pause for a moment. We'll let the talented folks at Fox Sports Radio get you all caught up with the latest and greatest in sports. God Shamgod, Orlando Magic assistant coach, joins us right after this 60-second break.